What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Sports Talk with BK. Once again, I'm your host, BK, and I'd like to thank everybody that has tuned in to the past two episodes of my YouTube channel. And also, I would like to give a big shout out to my cousin Christopher Cisse and my other cousin Keniva, who was behind the camera of the last video. Man, thank you guys for being on my show. Thank you for being my first guest, and I really do appreciate everything that you guys said, giving your voice, your opinion, and your feedback, and it really has meant a lot. And also, thank you to everybody who viewed the video and has been giving me positive feedback on that. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys, and like I said, we're going to keep that dialogue going. So let's get into some NFL news. Tony Romo is retiring. He's actually leaving the NFL for the broadcast booth. He's going to become a color commentary analyst for CBS on Sunday Football in the booth, which is crazy to me because I expected him to get traded to another team or be the backup in Dallas. I really didn't expect him to retire. But at the same time, if you look at his injury history, he's been injured for like the past 3 or 4 seasons. He's had surgery after surgery, and he hasn't completed a full season, like I said, in like 4 seasons. So for him to retire, I didn't see him really wanting to go anywhere else. I thought he was going to be in Houston because it's the same state. It wouldn't be too much of a transition for his family, and he would be able to stay there. But if you think about it, it's just he's a cowboy. He wanted to remain a cowboy, and since that wasn't feasible, he thought, well, what's the next best thing? CBS has a broadcasting chair that's open right now, and it just so happens that I could slide right in there and get this position and maybe take it for the next 10, 15, maybe even 20 years, not have to be beat up and still be close to the game that he loves. So it kind of makes sense to me. He's going to retire. Now everybody's talking about, is he a Hall of Famer or not? I don't know. That the Hall of Fame debate now is up in arms because Terrell Owens hasn't gotten in, and he has some of the greatest numbers, and he's one of the greatest receivers that I've ever seen. So I really couldn't tell you if he's going to be a Hall of Famer or a borderline Hall of Famer or whatever the case may be. I just know that he played some decent football, and unfortunately, it always didn't go in his favor during the postseason. But nonetheless, congratulations to you, Tony Romo, man. Wish you the best in the broadcasting booth as you take your next step in your career. Richard Sherman is on the trading block. John Snyder and Pete Carroll have stated publicly that Richard Sherman is up for trades, and they're actually talking to other teams and other GMs about what they would trade for him and other things, which is kind of crazy to me because although he's been injured, he's still one of the best corners in the NFL. And yeah, you have to take the good with the bad. Yeah, he might have gotten beaten a time or two, but he's still one of the best cover corners, and he's going to talk, and he's going to actually big up and do good and positive things for your defense. I was surprised that Seattle was doing this, but personally, as a Niner fan, I'm not really mad about him being traded out of the NFC West. Just don't trade him to the other two teams, or trade him to us if you want to. But if he goes to another team, I wouldn't be mad about that because that's going to help my Niners get back to the top. But for Seattle, it's kind of crazy to me that you would trade one of the premier cover corners in the league, knowing that you're probably not going to find his productivity just there in anybody. But at the same time, maybe sometimes players get headaches, just like we were talking about Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was one of the best receivers that you've ever seen, but at the same time, he was traded from multiple teams because of his conduct, which they say was detrimental to the teams. So it kind of makes sense. I guess Seattle's just like, well, let's hear what we could get for him. He's getting older. He's not old at all as far as NFL standards go, but let's just see exactly what happens and see what we could get. I mean, this is a what have you done for me lately league, and they're always trying to get players and get them at a premium, because if you could go younger and get a first or second year player in their first contract, you're not paying as much, and you could probably get just as much, if not more, productivity. So it only makes sense. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about football competitiveness. I want my league to be competitive. I want the NFC West to be competitive for my Niners. I'm just saying, if Seattle's crazy enough to trade one of their best defensive players out of the division, trade them, or in the division, trade them to the 49ers or trade them to someplace else, because it gives us a better chance to win. And as a football fan that roots for a team and also the league, I'm not mad at that, not one bit. And finally, it's been rumored that Marshawn Lynch is on the trading block for Seattle Seahawks. They're trying to say that he wants to come to the Oakland Raiders, and the Oakland Raiders are up for it. So he actually met with Coach Jack Del Rio this past week to talk and discuss about a trade and see what he can do in order to become an Oakland Raider. As we all know, Beast Mode is from Oakland. He wants to be a part of the city. He already has a store in downtown Oakland, and he also has been doing things in the community. They're trying to say that they want to win the Super Bowl before they do, and if Marshawn is a part of that, then he can have a lasting legacy to go down in history as one of the only players that won a Super Bowl from the team and the city that he's rooted for and is from, and an organization that he wants to be a part of, which is the Oakland Raiders, before they become the Las Vegas Raiders. So those are all my sports takes for today. I hope that you guys liked everything, man. Thank you. Comment, and like I said, eventually we're gonna get some guests on here. We're gonna have some debates. If you can, please hit me on Instagram at BK_520. Also, hit me up at Coach BK_L, all lowercase. It's at Coach BK_L. And the final thing is shoot me an email at sportstalkwithbk@gmail.com, where we could keep this dialogue going, and I could get you guys' information and contacts, and we could go back and forth and potentially set up some different things that I have in mind as far as where I want to go with my YouTube channel and also what I want to do in the future. So I hope you guys liked everything that I did today, man. Please comment down below and let me know exactly what's on your mind, and we could go from there. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Information and contacts, and we could go back and forth and potentially set up some different things that I have in mind as far as where I want to go with my YouTube channel and also what I want to do in the future. So I hope you guys liked everything that I did today, man. Please comment down below and let me know exactly what's on your mind, and we could go from there. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Like